Woohoo! Hey, welcome back, everybody. Hex Token channel. Man, oh man, been busy today. Of course, first live stream, and then of course the go live for Hex Token Discord, community Discord, and of course just keep building on that. It's going to keep just improving in the days and weeks ahead. So the links in the video description. Join the Hex Token community chat in the Discord. Very, very cool. And of course, making Hex get a bigger presence onto Discord's really cool. There are a couple other projects on there like Power City and a few others, but getting Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX onto Discord, that's a really big move. And of course, that's where we're going to be developing a lot and having a lot of fun. So it's going to be very, very cool. Of course, PulseChain's going to need a lot of projects on there. And of course, Discord's got tons and tons of crypto projects, not just Telegram, but Discord too. So here we are, Discord. Welcome. Hex Token channels on there, and we're going to bring the army, the PulseChain army, the PulseX army, and the Hex army coming in. And it's going to be a lot of fun as we continue to grow from launch day. So make sure you hit the link there, get into Discord. Of course, that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk a bit more about that later on. But let's get into it. Sounds like the audio is going very, very well. And let's get into the chat and say hello before we get into all the good stuff about the Richard Hart's latest video excerpt. We played it earlier today in live stream 1. But we're going to have a look at it again. Plus, we're going to add on the PulseChain timeline. We haven't seen that for a while. We're going to pull that in too. And then we're going to get into a few things about it's time to spread the word and really build up there. So even we'll have a look at the timeline. Then we're talking about spreading the word, and we're going to get into the Hex price. The market's obviously on a bit of a pullback in the last hour or so. So we're going to look at that too. And so stay tuned for sure. Let's get into the chat though. We've got Tafron in the house there with the money bags and the rockets. You got to count on Tafron to bring the money bags and the rockets. This is the way it goes. And Hex Hodl's in there as well. BTC ETH dumping hard. Yeah, we'll talk about that later on. The Hex Hodl, big shout out to you. Real champion, doing some pretty good stuff. So we'll get on to that later. A big welcome from me, of course. Hashtag Suitman, your host here on Hex Token channel. Big shout out to Heinz Crypto and Gen Hex as well. Doing some great stuff out there, and I appreciate all their support as well. And of course, they're now also on Hex Token, so you'll be able to see their videos as they come live, and also Twitter as well. So we're going to keep expanding with really, really good community members. So I look forward to that. Mr. Faraj is in the house. Good morning, sir. Big hearts and love from India. Big shout out to our Indian audience, and man, spread the word there in India. PulseChain offers an opportunity for people around the world to really do well. So definitely spread the word there. We also got Sandeep Chowdhury as well. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Nice one. And Checks in there as well. Cricket. Yeah, no silence there until the live stream started there. Pretty much there, Checks, but good to see in the channel. And Sandeep's also from Calcutta, India. So big shout out to our Indian community. Man, we love you, and just keep up the good word, spread the word, and help a lot of other people out as well, because PulseChain really changed people's lives. Hex changed people's lives. The PulseChain will too. It's going to be pretty amazing. Check says Hedron is just trading sideways for now. Seems to have found somewhat of a support. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good observation there, Checks. We will check out Hedron price later on. We're going to check out Hex, Hedron, and MAXI as the ecosystem continues to expand. Eventually, when PulseChain launches, of course, we're going to have PulseChain, PLSX, and incentive tokens, and many other things there too. It's going to be a lot to talk about. We're just getting warmed up, folks. The quiet before the storm, as I always say. So get yourself ready. Get yourself positioned. If you've got ERC20 tokens, and you want certain types, get those collected on the ETH chain, so you get them copied over for the biggest airdrop on PulseChain. And of course, if you want some dry powder for the dips, then make sure that happens as well, because you're going to have 1 or 2 days of ratio trading, and then it's time, of course, to pick the opportunities. Typically, most chains and most projects launch, if they're good projects, particularly chains, which is a no-brainer, then you want to pick up the dips if there are any. PulseChain might do a few things a little different, we suspect, but of course, whatever the dips may be, markets have dips in them regardless of the super fundamentals that PulseChain has. And of course, you may be able to get a bit of opportunity there in the early days before the long-term X rises. That's going to be a lot of fun. Remember, everything starts from zero on PulseChain too, so it's going to get priced up as well. So price discovery is going to be insane in the membrane. Be careful out there. It's going to be a bit of a wild west, as it were. So cool. J-Man's in house. Woohoo! Good to see you, J-Man. And Hex Force as well. Subsuitman and Hex Fam. Woohoo! Yeah. Hey, it's pretty cool being able to stream twice a day. And of course, we'll be looking at doing pre-recorded videos And of course, if anything comes out, at least while I'm awake, then I'll be trying to jump onto that as soon as possible. And we may have some special live streams as we did the other day when Maximus launched. We just happened to be able to just jump on and get out there and talk about it. So hopefully that's really, really cool as well. Let's get on. Taffrin's got the ducks. We're going to have the ducks soon, but the ducks are coming. We're just going to listen to Richard Hart first before we get on to the ducks. That's coming though. Okay, as well says mid-May launch means April and announcement of fork. 2 weeks heads up, says AK as well. Yeah, there could be a bit of gamification around that. That's just the way it will find out in due course though. Hex Hodl's in the house as well. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, with the emojis. Nice one. And don't forget to hit the Discord tab in the below and join up to Discord. It's just been launched only a couple hours ago. We've already got 56 members the last time I checked. So definitely check that out. In fact, let me just double check over here. We're up to 58 in the chat. Get in there. It really is a 24/7 Hex token channel now. We are 24/7. I promise you, I was going to go full time last week. We've done that. 2 live streams a day. We're going to get pre-recorded videos coming out. And of course, get into the vibrant Discord. You guys make it happen. It really is a 24/7 community. Talk about strategy, talk about tokens, talk about ERC20s to old, whatever you want to talk about, get in there. Is a great place for that. We've got lots of moderators in there now too. And of course, we're going to try and make that not just a flourishing place, but a safe place as well. Kate Fergus in the house there. Hi, Hex Token and all. Hey, good to see you, Kate Fergus. Nice one there. Thanks once again for the super sticky yesterday, Kate Fergus as well. Much appreciated. Crypto Compassion's in the house. Great stuff, family. Let's go. Absolutely. I love that. Good to see Crypto Compassion as well. And nice to see you on Gen Hex yesterday as well. That was very, very special. And with all the other content creators as well. Great White's in the house. Nice. And Hex Hodl too. Looking good. Hex Down Under in the house there with the Superman. I love that Hex Under. That's subtle, but I like it a lot. Pulsinian is in the house. Hi. Do we have interim estimates on launch date yet, or maybe how many days for SAC balance to fix? We do. We're going to talk about that very shortly. Just going through the intros to see who's in the house at the moment on the chat. Great White's in there, hi to all, and it's now our foreman for the 6, the wrench team 6 is in the house. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hydro Adorn says, Richard, you look so happy. Lol. Well, yeah, unfortunately, there was no smile in the particular snapshot I took, but he's a happy guy. He's got a lot of stuff on his plate, but I think he's pretty happy, to be honest. Sup, Hex Token family from It's Now. Woo! And the only reason why Hex is dumping is because it's still bonded to ETH and thus BTC. Once it separates the Pulse chain, it will be free to pump, and the Hart's Law will assist in PRC's 20s in that process. Nice one there, Hex Otto. Good observation. Your Hex is currently at 12.5 cents, so we will check that shortly. The quiet before the storm, indeed, says David. Yeah, this is the kind of tricky part where normally a lot of people in retail will get fudded out because we're in that quiet zone. And the price not really doing what people want it to, and not doing what I want it to do, but it's going to happen. And so just don't get fudded out. After a major pullback, 82%, just be cool. Just hodl dog, as we say, hodl dog until PulseChain comes. Now, what other project has PulseChain coming? There is no other projects apart from the airdrop, of course. But Hex has it. Hex has it directly coming in its path. So very, very cool. All right, we got Francis in the well. Hello. Good to see Francis. Very nice there. Hex Holder says, if you walked into a store and all the prices were low, do you turn around and walk out to FOMO in later when they're high? That's the point, eh? A lot of people like to pay higher prices. Why is that? It still boggles my mind. Of course, people wait for confirmation of trend sometimes. I mean, it's a fair comment. But apart from that, it is funny. Kate says, stake. Yeah, the Hex payout, 6.5 Hex almost per day the last couple of days, and over 6 Hex the last 11 days or something. It is crazy to be Hex taker. Really, really good. It's now says, are you on Hex Token Discord? Yeah, Francis, make sure you get on the Hex Token Discord. The link's in the video description. We've got Brazology with the ducks. The ducks are coming there, Brazology. We're just going to hear Richard Hart first. Nice. Is everyone in Discord? That's right. This way. James Bond's in the house with the emojis. Love it. Happy Easter, Suitman. Happy Easter to you, James Bond, too. It's now Monday here. So we're definitely moving forward through the week. Happy Easter, everybody, says Generin as well. Yeah, salute Hexkins. Nice. And yeah, so it's still probably Sunday in a lot of places in the North American. So, and of course, if you're a Christian like me, you will celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So it is pretty powerful from that point of view. Excellent choices in hell. Hello. Smash the hood. Smashing the hoodie, Suitman. Nice one. Very, very cool. And Hex Wolf's in the house. Hey, team. Very nice. All right, we've got quite a few people in the house. Let's get into the video. We're going to play Richard Hart. This is from earlier today. This is an excerpt from the video that's someone dropped. I forgot now who it was. Maybe X-Idol possibly. And, of course, this is dropped. And, of course, I've downloaded it as a video. Richard Hart is going to do the full video. He's just going to restore it or something like that and put that back up because apparently I think it was deleted or something like that. But he's going to get that back up on his YouTube and Odyssey accounts. But we're going to look at the little clip. This is the real gem that so far was in there. So let's have a play of this one. And we're going to play this probably a couple of times. So let's go for gold on this. Listen very carefully. Here we go.
So my next PulseChain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So
we're going to play that one more time.
So my next PulseChain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So,
all right. So we got pretty much mid-May, and of course, if we want to be pragmatic, we've got to say mid-May to late May, right? So I think that's kind of the time frame. I think everyone pretty accepts that from there. But we're getting there. We're getting there. As I always say, we have a lot of the dApps are out. It's just those final couple of items to push through. I don't think it's particularly going to be like surprise early. I'd be doubtful of that. I still think there's work to do. So I still think it's that mid-May period is probably the earliest at this stage. So that's that. Let's jump over to we've got a couple of comments about that actually in the house. There we've got it's now in the house. Yeah, it's now it's definitely in the house. Smash the like button, destroy the algo. Yeah, hit the like button, folks, and smash the subscribe button. That's for sure. So I think we're on the page here. Yeah, so we're on definitely Hex Token. Make sure you get on there and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. We're heading up towards 4,000 subscribers. That would put us in the bottom of the middle of the pack there for content creators. So definitely smash that. And there's lots of great videos on lots of different topics. So definitely check some of the videos out as well. And as I always say, we've got some up and coming content creators as well. Don't forget the link to the Discord's being posted there as well. And of course, we've got some cool channels here. Jen Hex, Craig Waiting, 431 subscribers. Let's get them up to 1,000 to spread the word on that one. Hex is the way, 921, trying to head towards 1,000. Heinz Crypto, of course, 586, and of course, hit that up. Now, both Gen Hex and Heinz Cryptos are both into the Discord, so that's important there. I just realized I added this to the stream, and it didn't add. That's funny. I added it to the stream, and it didn't add. I must have missed it there slightly. Anyway, get into Hex Token channel, and of course, subscribe there. I'm going to have to repeat myself. Subscribe there, and of course, there's plenty of cool videos on different topics, so definitely check those out. The other thing I was going to say is the community tab, of course, I got the latest there about the Discord launch. So definitely get into that. We've got 18 likes on that so far. There's also one there for people that are part of the channel members. They've also got a link that would also include a Hex Token channel groups as well. So just remember that. So if you're one of those. And you should, if you are a Hex Token channel member, you'll have a purple color on your name in Discord. If you're if you're just a general subscriber or a general watcher, you'll have a blue one there as a member there. Just another little perk for people that subscribe to the channel. It's just that simple. All right, so on the channels tab, of course, we have cool stuff. We've got Gen Hex, Craig Waiting, and Heinz Crypto. Now they're both on Hex Token channel. So when they go live with their videos, you're going to get alerts to that. So Gen Hex has got cool little panels there with up and coming content creators. So you'll see those will come up on the Hex Token Discord, and of course the Heinz Crypto videos will also come up as well when Heinz Crypto. Now I'm going to be on Heinz Crypto on Thursday, so we're going to be doing a collab there or an interview, as it were. Heinz Crypto may interview me, or it's just going to be some sort of collab. So stay tuned for Heinz Crypto. Big shout out, of course. And he's also got a PulseChain NFT. You can see that there. Very, very cool. Also, Jimrat Crypto is doing great stuff there. So definitely go and follow Jimrat Crypto as he's rising up through the ranks as well, doing some really great content. Nice. All right, so there we are. That's going to happen. Now, of course, get into Discord here. And as you see that at the top here, we've got the welcome. Of course, the welcome here and all this stuff. We're going to get into this a bit later, but let's jump back to the PulseChain timeline because I want to make sure I keep on the track there, but definitely get in Discord. We'll talk about Discord later. So here we are. We've got taking into account the May update, mid-May. I've actually changed the dates now. So we had the 7th of May. It's now at the 16th of May for PulseChain Mainnet and PulseX. So we update this timeline as we move forward in time based on the information that Richard gives us. So at the moment, we're pretty moving along. Now, the big thing, of course, these lines. So this first line over here is PulseChain Testnet 1. And, of course, that was 77 days. This one here, PulseChain Testnet 2, I think was 103 days long. And then this one here, we've now got PulseChain Testnet 2B. That has now just hit 30 days. Can you believe it? 30 days on this PulseChain Testnet 2B. And the cool things that we had in that were updated balances, which we've seen many versions of that now, in addition to what was posted on the chain there originally. We've got the V2 liquidity AMM bot harvested. So that's half of the harvesting there, 50%. Uniswap and SushiSwap, and that's been for testing there. And of course, we've had a lot of fun with that. And then the next thing, of course, we had a new block height in there as well. Block height was 14,360,999. Previously, we had 13,224,745. So block heights definitely means that if you had assets in that block height, you'd be able to see them on the testnet. If you didn't, if you got the assets after that block, you wouldn't be able to see them. That's pretty much that. So we had a nice big update there. On the 10th there as well. So it's pretty cool. So that is the 10th of March, 2020, that block height there. So if you had assets after that, you wouldn't see them there. The other thing, of course, is that we had, it was basically a release of 2.5 or 2B, as we call it, V2B as well. So that was definitely played out, and we're currently in that moment. Here we are right here. We've got Talladega coming up there for the races for the Hex cars, 24th of April. So cool. That's going to be a bit of fun to watch that. But in the meantime, we're going to be looking at, will we have a testnet v33? And I think we will. And if we do have it, it will be very short is the way I have it. So I've shortened this down now. That's a maximum of a week there. So we've still got a long way to go between here and mid-May. So still quite a few days. And if we do the old ruler on that, we'll be able to see that the days between the current day and the testnet, let's say the 16th, is 28 days. 28 days. So definitely closing out there, but I think things are definitely coming closer. Richard did say 2 months, but the dev said best is mid-May. So that's just slightly less than a month. But I do think we're getting there. If we take a halfway point, that would be, 6 weeks. So that'd be the end of May. So I think anytime earlier state, mid-May, and anytime in the 2 weeks after that is probably the pragmatic way of looking at it. But we've seen all the stuff coming to market. We've got all the ticks going here. Go.hex tick, Unifront front end tick, PulseX tick, bridge tick, all that sort of stuff. And I think it is really getting closer now that we have. So PulseChain Testnet 3, if they do have it, we could possibly see final node reporting event updated. Imagine that's not going to be required, but we would probably see the V3 liquidity harvested for V3. That'd be pretty cool. That's currently on private testnet servers. So that would be pretty cool to see that. And if they just run it for a couple of days, that's all that really mattered. And then if they're happy with that, then they can go straight to mainnet. So I think that's pretty exciting. Now, the question mark is over the snap block, of course, for the biggest airdrop in crypto history. If you're holding assets on Ethereum, will you get those on PulseChain? So that's probably the big question mark there. How will Richard gamify that? Obviously, there's possibly issues around harvesting liquidity and, of course, exciting the market with the PulseChain launch with the airdrop. And I imagine that he'll be keen to gamify that, in my view, to excite the market. That's what I'm expecting. Of course, it may not happen. We'll see what Richard does there. But I'm definitely, we've got to have something around that so people know, this is where the cutoff time is. And, of course, Richard may just launch the blockchain. So that's the other alternative. Instead of gamification, you may just launch it and say, hey, we've got a block. We chose a block height. You were lucky or you're not lucky. And, of course, here is the chain. And then FOMO sets in after that. So FOMO is still going to set in either way. But, of course, for the Hex price, having a block height would probably, maybe it's only 3 or 4 days. Sounds like ideal to me. 7 days too long. 2 days too short. 3 or 4 days just right, and it's a bit like that. So not too hot, not too cold, just right. But we'll see what he does with that. It's going to be pretty fascinating. All right, so that's kind of the highlights there. and we'll see how we get on with that. So that's kind of the timeline there and the rationale for that timeline. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. So mid-May, maybe late May is probably a reasonable expectation at this stage, but let's go for mid-May because we want it sooner than later. So there we are. So that's the timeline. The next thing we're going to talk about, of course, is spreading the word. But before we do that, we're going to talk about Discord. And, of course, get in there and sign up. We've got 61 members now, so definitely sign up. The link's in the video description. Link's also on the community tab on Hex Token. So if you go to Hex Token on the community tab, you'll be able to see that there too. There's the general launch there. If you're a Hex Token channel member, the link is below this, and you've got a separate notification on the community tab. And that pretty much just allows you to see the Hex Token channel member. Got a lot of private chat. This is a little perk for Hex Chat channel members. They want to have private conversation, they can. Other than that, of course, you get into general chat. That's where most of the conversation will be held. And, of course, we've had lots of people there commenting. It's very, very cool. We've also got the price chat in there. If you want to talk about charts and prices, we're going to upgrade this, of course, and get as much information as we can on there, like this price bot here. We're going to try and get as much stuff like that in this channel as well. Get that really active. Also, there's a voice chat there. If you want to have a chat with each other, get to know each other a bit better. Maybe it's easier to talk about prices and stuff like that. Easier to talk about projects and what best token stuff to have. If you can just say it rather than type it sometimes. Very cool. But we've got 61 channel members, and that's looking really good. And we've got the welcome at the top here. We've got everybody coming in. As they come in, they've got a little wave here, so that's looking really good. There are some basic rules, but they're very basic. Just basically, no discrimination, taunting, or personal attacks. No links, promotions, shilling of other brands, projects. Obviously, something that's within the ecosystem is fine. Please use constructive free speech. Stay on topic. If you have a serious issue, let a moderator know. We've got moderators on the side here. You can see some of the moderators in the chat there at the time. And, of course, if you have a serious issue, let a moderator know. No bad language, family channel stands. You know how we roll in this channel, but just kind of keep it open there. We've also got, obviously, if you're a Hex Token channel member, you'll have a purple color. If you're not designated with the purple color in your Hex Token channel member, just hit me up in the chat there, and I will check that, because sometimes people have different names on Discord than they have on YouTube, and of course we just need to line those up a bit there. Otherwise, everyone will have a blue name there, and of course you'll have access to all the main chats there as well. The other thing, of course, is as there are Twitter updates on Twitter, you can check the Twitter here. That will get notified to all users. You can see everybody there will get notified with the latest and greatest. Plus, also, obviously, the YouTube there, you also get the latest updates there as well. So you can hit the emojis on that too. And we're also going to have a few other people in there. We're going to obviously have Gen Hex in there for the panel shows with all the content creators, and we're also going to have the for High-End Crypto as well. So it's going to be fun. We're going to keep building on that. It's going to be a really great place for people to get into 24/7 Hex Token. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Rock on. PulseChain's coming. And, of course, we're going to be talking about that pretty in depth. All right, so we're going to get on to the Crypto Sparbook team, because we're talking about also spread the word, right? So if PulseChain's coming by mid-May or so, we need to start spreading the word as community, right? Because obviously we're going to amplify the awesomeness that Richard has. So we're going to get into that too. But before we do that, we're going to get into some of the chat though. And of course, we've got Hex Fetty in there. Hi guys, good to see you. And Hex Fetty's in the house. We've got Great White in there. Perfect time to fill your bags with more Hex. Absolutely. We're going to talk about the Hex price shortly. So stay tuned for that. Ace says, good day, Hexkins. Hey, good to see you, Ace. Hydra says, well done, Richard. You have achieved more than many could dream. We all believe in you and your devs. You are a Satoshi of the Richard Hart ecosystem. Good job. Nice one there, Hydro, as well. Smash the like, 62 likes. Yeah, let's get into the likes there. Just definitely smash that. So we're up to 41 likes. So let's go. We can do better than 41. Smash that like. Hit the subscribe as well. Brazil says it's still Easter Sunday here in California. Yeah, so in the Northern Hemisphere, I guess it's still Easter for quite a lot of people. Here we are. It's Monday here, 5:30 p.m. on 16th of, is it 16th? No, it's the 18th. Is it the 18th of April? Oh my gosh, it's 18th of April there, and we're chugging along. Hexforce says, okay, I'm in Discord. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, Hexforce, welcome. Woo-hoo. Love it. And Romariot's in the house. A blessing from Slovenia. Hey, great to see you in the chat. Man, I just love how international, the community is now. And, of course, PulseChain's going to even supercharge that in such a big way. It's so cool. So a big shout-out to Romariot's there in Slovenia. I can celebrate Easter twice, the real one, the Orthodox one, and a week. Nice one, Exodal. I like that. What else we got? Tortoise Johnny's in the house. So good. Good to see you, Tortoise Johnny. And the devs are guessing mid-May, says Hexodal. That's right. Tortoise Johnny, I predicted end of spring, so I'm close. Looks like you're pretty close, Johnny. I think I faintly remember you talking about that in a previous stream. So it looks like you're doing pretty good call with there. May the pulse come in May. May the pulse come in May. That's true. Mid-May. Yeah. May 2024. No HODL 4. Not May 2024. Not May 24. Wait a minute, man. It's chat. That's hardcore, man. No. We can't wait another year. Hex Fetty says May means 4 weeks. Yeah, May 4 weeks. That's right. Maybe says RDM. Maybe. And Finesse is in the house as well. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good to see Bitfinex. A cheeky 5th of May prediction, says Kate Ferger. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we've already moved. I had the 7th of May, so I've already conceded that we're now moving to mid-May. But hey, if it's earlier, that'd be a surprise to the upside. I still think they've got a few things to do, but you never know. Richard's the master of the gamification, so who knows? We'll find out. Hexodal says, I know it might seem annoying to be asked to hit the like all the time, but it's better for everybody and all our bags because we have to please the YouTube algorithm. So pull out your other devices and like. You smash that like. We're up to 44 likes so far. So that is so true, though. Hexodal's on to that. Exactly 200 word limit met. Nice one, Hexodal. You are a master of that for sure. Tortoise Johnny says must be done. Absolutely. And Lies Beneath is in house. Hello. How are you all today? Good to see Lies Beneath in the chat there. We are very good. And this is my favorite line from Lies Beneath here. Hello all. Hex, EHEX, PLS, and PLSX for the win. I think you've got the strategy, the ultimate strategy down pat there, Lies Beneath. Absolutely with that one. Hey, James Bond's in the house with the super sticker. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Got to do the bow down. You know how we roll, James. And good to see James in the house there, as also a Hex Token channel member as well. So big shout out. Hex God Turtle, who probably before mid-May. So he does a surprise release. You know, there's also a chance it's a surprise release because we know things are very well advanced. But we'll just see. Because of the what do we got? Let me just go to the sacrifice results. The sacrifice results here. Let's have a look at that. Sacrifice checker. Because we've got the sacrifice checker, this here is still talking about the balance you see in testnet V3 might not match what you see below. Now, I think that might be just a typo, but it's kind of bizarre. But here it says here, because there will be more iterations of the sacrifice data set before testnet 3 is released. So that comment is still in there. So I sort of interpret that as we will probably still have a PulseChain testnet 3, but it will probably be very short. That's my expectation, and so that's why I've made it really small. That's a week long right there on that list there. So we'll see where that leads, because it just depends whether the devs think they need to do it because they're already doing on the testnet V3 server. Presumably they've got an approach that they're happy with because V3s are more complicated than V2 liquidity because you can have liquidity on one side of the pool and along just part of the price curve. And so that was the complication there. But of course, we want to get that stuff in there. Otherwise, that would make obviously the yield farming even bigger, and of course also get by massively because otherwise we've got 50%, right? And of course that will open it up to other pools as well, like also Banker and others, Balancer and stuff. So definitely important. So I think that's probably important. I'm pretty keen for it. And of course, that would reduce profitability by arbiters as well. So that would be important to me. I agree with that. What else we got? We got Hexodal says, thank you very much, Hexodal. Hey, that is so cool. And what else we got going there? Godtail says, I'm sticking to my 7th of May. I bet he does an early release to stop people from gaming the system. Brilliant. Hex God Turtle. Okay, well, we'll remember that. We're trying to remember that, Hex God Turtle. Hey, I'd be happy if he does it early. I'm just trying to think about the things that he's got. He's still got, I think they've done the event reporting. I think they probably worked that out. They've got the server support to make sure that the ops is also serving. This is going to be massive, right? We could potentially have hundreds of thousands to millions of people coming into this chain in a very short period of time. Maybe 6 to 12, 18 months, up to the millions on the chain. It'll be insane. Don't be surprised when people find out about their their big airdrop with ERC20s into PRC20s, and they find out they're worth something, people are coming, man. They're coming. Are you going to leave stuff on the chain? No way. You're going to spread the word. It's going to be like a wheat field that's on fire. Wheat field that's on fire. We're going to love that, man. It's going to be crazy good. Hodl4 says, I'm thinking Rich Hart took the cowardly way out of addressing launch today, discussing it under a BS interview with a very uninteresting watch guy, says Hodl4. That's pretty hilarious. Hey, it's not always going to be A grade, triple A grade, interviews, is it? It's not always going to be that case. Although Richard really wants the big interviews. He wants the bigger, hopefully he'll get him on Hex Friedman and on those bigger, what's it called? Bigger streaming services. I think they'll be much bigger. I'm trying to think, what's the biggest guy? That big, he's the old UFC guy, Rogan. Get on his channel. Of course, that's booked out for a year. So here's a chance of, sometimes people don't meet their appointments, so you can fit other people in there. So hopefully we're able to get Richard Hart on that. That's massive, right? 10, 20 million listeners, something that'd probably be bigger than streaming, probably bigger than a Netflix, and for the highest stake streaming, it'd probably be massive. I don't think you get much bigger than that. Huddle4 says an interview with a watch guy was interesting to the community. It was not that interesting, and probably a Bitcoin maxi in disguise, says Kate Ferrier. Yeah, probably. Don't bother with concern trolls. Yeah, it's not really a big deal, to be honest. The Hex Hodl L4, not really a big deal. Lyle says the lies beneath, and let's jump over to a couple of here. How Matt says 90 people still sacrificed since Rich Hart said to stop sacrificing 3 weeks ago. That's crazy, isn't it? Yes, do not sacrifice anymore. Really is over. We want to get to the final results so that we can get our launch. So yeah, we had SAC results, the event reporting, which has probably been kicked out already. Really, the V3 liquidity is really the big deal in my point of view. And I think they can resolve the SAC balances, as complicated they are. Richard had to get 2 full-time devs onto the sacrifice balances to make sure that they were going to get over the line because they were holding things up a little bit, he said. But I really think the technical stuff is actually the more important stuff. And of course, Richard doesn't want to talk too much about that because it's just not interesting to the market. So what else we got? Cowbunga says Hex God Turtle. Nice. Miss Froz is in the house, says good morning. Love for India. Absolutely, Mr. Froz. Big shout out to India. And yeah, get out there, spread the word, Mr. Froz in India. Like I say, it is a real PulseChain. It's going to really help people a lot. And I know that you know that. So yeah, spread the word out there. Maybe set up a good community forums and things like that. You know, there's all sorts of opportunities to do that. Beautiful morning in the UK, says Gonzo. Hey, good to see you, Gonzo. That's good to hear. Is it time for beaching? Going to the beaches in England? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Happy Easter, says Brizology. Absolutely. Happy Easter, everybody. Do we meet the devs after launch? Oh, well, the devs have been, I'm pretty sure they've been on audio. Not sure if I've seen them on video. Let me know in the chat if you guys have seen any of them. I know they pop up from time to time. We did cover an audio once of one of the devs. It was a very poor audio. We covered it nevertheless. Well, let's get into the fact that the second part of the live stream is it's time to spread the word, right? If we've got maybe 4 weeks to go, really need to get out and spread the word. And so we're going to talk about the Crypto Sparkbook guys. They've got a new website now, and now they're calling themselves KSB.TV. So a bit like Freedom TV that we covered. Now the Crypto Sparkbook guys are saying KSB TV. That's just easier to know about them, of course. And of course, KSB TV. I'm going to post the link in the chat there. Definitely save this to your favorites. I think these guys are doing an incredible job. And of course, we're going to talk a little bit about them here too. So this is Abid here. This is I think this is Crypto Sparkbook, but I'm not sure if he's got another name, but that's it. We're going to have a look at the team. Let's go jump to the team before we do anything. Yeah, we've got Hex Lion. I knew it was something a bit different. Hex Lion, founder here. This guy is so charismatic, and he's such a fun, nice guy. The whole team are pretty awesome. So Hex Lion there. Now, they already finished the 5555 tour, remember, through the United States. What an epic tour that was. Now, these guys are going to scale stuff up. I think this is a pretty awesome deal. So the Crypto Sparkbook team, they are spreading the word. We can all spread the word. You guys can spread the word. Everybody can spread the word, right? So I really think it's a big time. If you're in all these other crypto projects, start spreading the word. Drop little things here. PulseChain airdrop for projects. ERC20s getting copied. Did you know? Stuff like that. Just do what you can. Team of group individuals passionate about education and the masses. Opportunities available in cryptocurrency. So I think this is awesome. Mission is to connect cryptocurrency products and influencers with everyday people through scheduled events, meetings, and workshops. So very, very powerful. Then we've got A-Bit Hex here, the founder as well. Now, he was in the channel here only a couple of days ago, I believe. So it was awesome to see A-Bit. Big fan of these guys. We've got Mars as well, founder. And you might see Mars in some of their backdrop videos as well. And Dan as well in the backdrop videos. These guys sort of behind the scenes with the technical lighting and things like that, I believe. We've also got Black Hexkin here, CEO now. So a big shout out to her because she's what a huge opportunity there. And I think she was on a PulseChain channel earlier today as well. So do check that out if you're on PulseChain channel with A-Bet. So definitely awesome stuff there. DJ Paulie Wood as well in the house there, product manager. So nice there. Now remember, we had the Freedom TV with Team Money saying that Black Hexkin was recommended by him to support the team. And of course, now she's just risen through the ranks, now CEO of the LLC company. So very, very nice to see that. So you got the links there as well. You can contact them on all these sites there. So definitely go and support them. So that's who they are. They're also doing the PLS tour. And of course, they're doing the million Pulse tour now. So this is their second tour. And so they're spreading the word. We talked about, the other day, we talked about PulseCon 2022 and tickets are available for that. So definitely go check that out. But Million Pulse Tour. So you can see how things are really starting to scale and people are making it happen. It just doesn't happen like that. It just doesn't suddenly happen. But these people are all magnifying the awesomeness of what Richard's building. And so get out there and help. You guys can do whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable. But I do encourage you to all get out and spread the word. It's going to be awesome on PulseChain. Remember the scale of Ethereum? Well, scale of PulseChain is going to be the same. We're going to scale up fast, man. Very fast. It's going to be awesome. So we've got the Million Pulse Tour. I think it's exciting, of course, millionpulsetour.com. You can also see that site there. Very nice. They're going to have workshops, of course. So the workshop's going to be really epic. And you've got all the details there featuring presenters, including A-Bit Hex, Motley Investor, Hex Lion, Yash Deep, Plat Crypto, Cabana Crypto, who I think is a pretty cool guy, Casey the Hexkin, Crypto Kool-Aid, Big Kurowski, who's a very knowledgeable dude, and a Black Hexkin, Nardo for the win, Hex Monkey, Freddie Quotes, who also I think was on a recent interview as well. I can't remember what channel that was on, possibly Pulsification again. We've got Cash Rowlett and Corey and Investor in there as well. So pretty awesome stuff. They've got registrations here, sessions as well, introduction to decentralized finance and cryptocurrency. That's going to be 1 hour. 2, staking and delegating. That's going to be session 2. Session 3, liquidity providing and yield farming. And then session 4, highlighting a PulseChain feature or project. And 5, a Million Pulse Tour with PLS giveaway. So going to be a PLS giveaway. That would be awesome. Remember, in the 5 for 5 tour, they're giving away 5,555 to someone randomly in the crowd. But they're really scaling this up. And look at the topics, are fantastic topics. And of course, we try to cover these topics as well to some degree on this channel. They've got all the dates here. Look at this, man. Oh my gosh. The 9th of Saturday, the 9th of July, looks like the kickoff there. You can get tickets here in Los Angeles. They're jumping to Sacramento. They're going to be Seattle in August. Salt Lake City, Chicago, New York, Charlotte, Dallas, and Miami are all booked in here over the next 7 months or 8 months or something. So awesome stuff there. You can get tickets already. Very, very cool. So big shout out to them. The Million Pulse Tour. Awesome. They also got a sponsorship page as well. And I think that's pretty exciting. Got all the social links at the top here. They got the cool, Hex, PulseX, and PulseChain logos there. And of course, you got the sponsorships here. So if you guys are interested in that, check it out for sponsorships. They got a whole table here, how much you contribute and how that will impact their tour as well. So it shows you how a quantifiable way of how you impact them. So full registrations in workshop, it gives you the number that you're influenced by the donation you give, the swag bags as well, invites and all sorts of stuff. So they've got lots of cool things. Million Pulse Tour commemorative jacket is in there as well. So lots of stuff there. Check that out for sure. And then finally, they've got a contact page here as well. This is ksb.tv. You can contact them if you want to assist with them or ask them questions. Either way, very, very cool. Now, they've got here timer here. I don't think you can see that very well. Let me pull out the timer. But they've got timer here, 59 days and 19 hours for kickoff. So they're coming up. Now, we also know that PulseCon is coming up. We already talked about that. But they've got their own timer. We're going to pull up PulseCon. because these guys are really spreading the word. And I think that's what my title is, time to spread the word. A month, maybe even if it's 6 weeks, but a month, maybe it's earlier, 3 weeks is not long. And of course, spreading the word is the key thing now. Having open mind, having open arms, and of course, getting more and more projects on. And of course, we've got PulseCon. PulseCon is leading the way too. Obviously, 3,000 going to be at PulseCon. We talked about that in depth. And of course, what I think there's a timer on here. I'm just waiting for the timer to pop up. The timer is here somewhere. Is it further down? I think it might be further down. Here we are. 140 days for PulseCon. So think about it. PulseCon there and 59 days for the Million Pulse Tour. So things are happening, folks. Are you excited? I'm excited. And this is really awesome. So even though the Hex price might be mulling along at the moment, everything's coming. It's coming. Just be patient. Hodl dog, as we say. And I'm not sure if Hodl dog likes it when I say hodl dog, but hodl dog. And it's exciting, man. This stuff is happening. And it's all kicking off. And it's going to go like dominoes. Boom, 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 boom. PulseChain launch. Boom. PulseCon tour. $1 million tour. Boom. PulseCon 2022. Boom. And they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then we've got the highest of stakes. Bam. And top streamers. Bam. It's just going to go bam. This domino. And of course, not just the stuff we see here, but all the stuff that people are doing. Content creators growing and growing and growing. We see that on Hex Gen show on Sunday. How many more new creators are coming up the line? It is exciting, man. This thing's going to blow up. As I said, 2022, 2023 is the year of virality, mass adoption. That's where we transition into that large community. And you can see how all these different things coming up are going to happen and support that. So it's going to be exciting. That excludes all the big money, the big whales, the institutions. That's all happening too. The Hex Investment Trust and other trusts out there. It's all going good as well. But of course, this is stuff we can visually see a lot easier. And it's going to be super awesome. So I'm excited. I would get excited too. So obviously they've got the homepage here. I think we're on the homepage, and I've got obviously the cool cars here. Now this is going to be a Million Pulse Tour. Look at this with the map. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm going to have to close this down. It's too big, but you can see the map there, and these are all of the locations. Are going to be all over the United States. Now on this channel, Hex Token, we have about 42% of the viewers from the United States. But as you can see in the chat, we are getting more people from around the world coming in as well. So it's going to be also Portugal, Turkey, India, Slovenia, everywhere, Brazil. We're getting so many people from all around the world. So it really is growing. But of course, it's great to see this tour here. Now, obviously, they'll probably end up expanding. I could imagine them expanding into doing tours through Southeast Asia, through Europe. I mean, this stuff's going to get really exciting in the years ahead. We are just at the beginning. You can really see that. But of course, this is where we're going. I'm excited. Really crazy stuff there. So look at all these places. So good. Look at all those cities they're going to be visiting. Round 2, and it's getting bigger and bigger all the time. And this time it's focusing really on PulseChain as well, not just Hex, but PulseChain. So big stuff there, and we can see all the dates. Very cool. And it's nice. They've got these cool intro videos. Now, we did watch this the other day with Abit. He posted us this. They got these cool videos. So definitely check this whole site out and spread the word with this. That's just a good way of doing that. And of course, also PulseCon, you can spread that on that as well. So lots of great stuff happening, folks. Hope you guys are excited. Spread the word. That's probably the key message. Obviously, we're going to talk about more projects coming up, more ERC20s topics. We're going to get more into that now. So my next video, I think, is probably going to be on the link. So we're going to talk about that. We talked about SHIB already. SHIB's coming to PulseCon. And of course, the chairman for Asia is coming to speak. So that's going to be awesome on the panel. So you can see how things are just going to start blowing up and just keep pushing forward. It's going to be so much fun, folks. Really will be cool. Now, where was I up to on the chat here? I'm just going to try and make sure I was up to date. So get excited. This is going to be fun. Precisely, his name is Patrick Hexline. Yeah, I knew it was Patrick Presolgy. I just forgot it for the moment. So it is Patrick Hexline. He is an awesome guy. And I've watched quite a few videos of his. So thanks, Presolgy, for that. Alden says all the way from Namibia. Namibia. Nice. Namibia. Oh, well done, Alton. That's so good. Namibia is well in the house. Very, very cool. Hex God Turtle says, I guarantee 2 of his devs could have SAC balances wrapped up in 2 weeks from now. If it does take longer than a month, then trying to figure out Uni V3, if they figure it out, it's great for us. Yeah, Hex, so I think that's probably a fair comment there. They just have to decide on an approach on V3 liquidity. I think that's it. And then once they decide on that, they can just proxy it, because really they're printing tokens out of nothing, right? They're harvesting the tokens, and that's just what they're doing. Yeah, they're pretty much halving the token target token and multiplying the pulse token, so by 10,000 approximately, 9,095, something like that. Hex Hold God Turtle says, woo, good to see you in the house. I love the excitement, man. It's so good. I'm stoked. I really am stoked and excited. It's easy to have passion to do content creation when so much awesome stuff's coming up, and this is way bigger. Like, I remember back at the Hex, when Hex was launching, it was so exciting. That was kind of a brand new thing, and now this is kind of that same feeling, but this scale is way bigger. The scale of this is huge, and it's going to be fun to see it play out as well. Kabik says, just had a power cut. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm so happy. I don't know what that's funny, man. A power cut. Nice. Yeah, hopefully I don't have a power cut. Otherwise, this live stream will be ended. That's probably the case. Jump in Discord, people. Figure it out. Yeah, definitely get into Discord. Here we go. We're just building up. So we've obviously this here on Discord on Hex Token. This is just another way of helping expand the presence, and we're going to try and reach out to as many projects on Discord too. And that's going to be really, really cool, because obviously Hex doesn't really have that big a presence, but with the Hex Token now on there, with Power City and a few other projects getting on Discord, really, really is cool. So we're going to play our role in that, and you guys are really what helps with that. So that's an easy way of getting involved for sure. Kate Figure says thank you, but no, still without power. I'm on data, says Kate. That's crazy. Up to 64 Discord members. Yeah, we're up to 64, so it's growing. This is the first day release as well. Dole says Kate. Yeah, absolutely. And Refine's in the house as well. Good to see you, Refine. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And also something there. I heard a loud bang, so it will probably be a while. Oh, I hope not, Kate. All the best for you. Hey, we got Hex God Turtle with another super sticker. Woo! A big bow down. We've got to the bow to the turtle gods. You knew I was going to bow. That's terrible. Hex God Turtle played me. I got played by Hex God Turtle. JK, buy some coffee on me today. I appreciate that as well. So, yeah, people know I like my favorite is a latte. I like the lattes, but typically my sister's here and she has cappuccinos. So I have to have the cappuccinos. But thanks for that, Hex God Turtle. And hey, Kate Fergura's in the house as well. Smash the likes, people. It helps the channel. Yeah, another bow down as well. I'm going to get sore back. I'm getting sore back with the bow downs, but big shout out. Appreciate that for channel support. Awesome stuff. And Kate's in the house with the peace sign. Woo-hoo-hoo. Can you see the peace sign? I think that's right as well. We got the beers in the house. We're going to party on with the beers as well. I love it. Back in the house. Actually, I don't drink that often, but I do like a light beer. Like I think I can't remember what it's called. It's a light beer. Like I said, my one weakness is names. I have a problem with names, so that's why I end up getting caught out with the names sometimes. Brazil says Patrick is so cool. I went to a second or third workshop here in California, and we all went out to eat sushi afterwards, and he paid for everyone's meal. Then we went out for beers, hung out till 3 a.m. You're so lucky, Brazilji. Hashtag jealous. Hashtag jealous. Man, that guy is a very cool guy. There's something about him that just, exudes real kindness. So it's really, really good. DJ Paul is in the house with the carrots. I like that. And what else? We just jumped through some of these. Helgo to the moon, says James Bond. Now I have to check out Helgo. I haven't really covered it on this channel. That's what our trade was when we did our fantasy trade on PulseX. We did Helgo and we won big time with Helgo. But I have to check that out. I actually haven't looked at it at all, apart from what some people have said in the comments. So I do need to check that out. Charlie says, north or south? I am close to Sacramento, says Hardy Hex. Orange County, nice. Who said so? Mid-May. So I've got mid-May. We'll play this Diamond Heart. We're going to jump back. We're going to play Richard Hart said it himself. So here we are, Diamond Heart. Here we go.
So my next PulseChain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got. Which is I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got.
All right, so you don't do much better than Richard Hart himself there, Diamond Heart. So there we are, mid-May is the earliest best guess from his devs, the best guess from his devs. So that's it. So actually, I forgot about feeding the ducks. We're gonna put feeding the ducks on, and so feeding the ducks is now on the track. So cool. I'm sure it's now. We're happy about that. Hex says Brazil should meet in these middle. Yeah, that's true. Troy says I also met a Rainmaker that night. That dude is a character, but a real good dude. That's nice, man. I'm so jealous of you meeting them all. Brazil, it's so cool. Hey, I'm gonna end up going up to America again. I'm going to see how we get on with that, but it's definitely going to happen. RH for the win. Yeah. RH for the win. Hardy says RH Hart said beginning April, then midst of April, now mid-May. It's hard. Yeah, well, we just have to be pragmatic, but things have been delivered, right? So we talked about that in the timeline. You know, these things have been delivered. We've got the ticks next to them. So we are getting close. Really, I think the only thing, the sacrifice, it's got 2 devs on the sacrifices. We've seen those versions. Those versions have been coming up. With this, we've got all these versions that we had. Look, all these versions since V2B. That was what was launched with the original PulseChain 2B, and of course we've had all these versions since. And this one's pretty close. I think it's really the only edge cases which might fix just maybe 1,002 people, but I think we're getting pretty close with that. Definitely, if you haven't checked your sacrifice, I'll paste the link in the video description. Definitely back, boom. And it's now Ducks Rock says it's now. It does rock. So that's our soundtrack, folks. Feeding the ducks. We're playing it now. That's what you hear. That cool listening, chill music in the background. All right. So we've covered the timeline. We've covered spreading the word, and of course we're gonna have a quick look at the hex price here. It keeps come up on 51 minutes, so doing pretty good at the time. 12.3 cents at the moment on the hex. So just a little bit of sell off. That's where we're at. So we're at the trading range. We actually broke the trading range. The bottom of the floor is 12.6. So here we go. We actually got the market also pulling back. We got the market fell under 40,000 for Bitcoin, and that was just in the last hour or so. So here we are at 38.9, and ETH is down at 3,900. So Bitcoin's moves first, and then of course that's where 3.5%. We're currently 4% on ETH there. So the market is a sea of red, as it were. That's just the way it is at the moment. And of course, what else? We've got Hedron here at 1574. So really, that's just sitting in there moving sideways, as someone put it at this stage. But obviously, when we get a bit of oomph, a bit of momentum, we could see this moving up as well. But at the moment, this is where we are. We haven't got a lot of volume. I keep saying this. There's not a lot of volume. There hasn't been particularly a lot of volume on the way up. Or otherwise, but I'm starting to think more and more that this push here was to do with the launch of Maximus. I really do think that was the case there. We covered that again earlier today. So we've got we've got the Hex there at 12.37. We have Maximus was actually up at 13.16, and someone just sold a little bit here and moved it down to 12.47. So this was actually at a premium. This was actually, you could basically mint, put your Hex in and mint your MAXI, and then sell your MAXI down depending on how much it was, of course, and you could make a profit off that trade. But that looks like that's been closed now. Someone's already done it, and we've got that little red sell there that's moved us down to 12.47, which wouldn't really make it worth it in most cases to do any trade on that now. So that was MAXI. It was interesting that it held up there for a little while on that. And of course, the volume here, 630,000 liquidity on the Maximus or MAXI token. And of course, you get a 1-to-1 mint at the moment during the mint phase. And I think are we on day 3? I forget now. Is it day 4 now? Maybe it's day 4. Yeah, so that's this at the stage. I actually don't think I've got the Maximus chart up. Let me just go to Maxi just quickly. I'm not going to spend too much more on Maximus at the moment during this particular live stream, but let's have a look to see where they're at the stage. I don't think I'm on the ETH chain either, so I have to swap over to the chain. This is on the ETH chain. You have to hit the actual app. You cannot you can't mint your MAXI by sending your Hex to the address. Do not do that under any circumstances. They cannot get your Hex back. You have to use the app to mint your MAXI. So we're going to do that. I've got to switch the chain again. There we go. So this is the official app, of course. Go maximus.cash. Actually, I might post this link in the video description too. Bam, let's post that. And of course, all you have to do is put your Hex in here, and then you can mint your MAXI. And remember, it's a 1-to-1 at the moment. Over time, after the 14 or 15 days, once they've finished the the phase. Now I'm not sure if it's 14 or 15 now because it keeps changing the days, but it was 14 originally, and of course they're going to stake on the last day. And we can go to the dashboard here to check that, and we're going to scroll down and we can see that they've now got 55.5 million Hex in there. Terrific job, right? And of course 150 is really what they want to get. That would get them 10% bigger, pays better on the Hex stake. Most people don't even think about that because their stakes are relatively small, but if you can get 150 million Hex, not too many people floating around with that sort of amount, then you know the treasury value at the moment is almost 6.9 million. And like I say, this thing, if Hex does what we think it's going to do, this thing will end up being over $100 million in the future. And this is just on the ETH chain. You can imagine this thing will be a multi $100 million treasury value just on this. So it's going to be interesting to see that play out as well. We've got the price there obviously pulled back to 12.4 now. That follows the price as well. Not sure if that's actually linked to this price. I think it might be linked to the X price here on this one here. So cool. And then of course we've got the minting phase has already started on day 865. It says here it's going to finish on day our current day is 867, and it says it's going to finish on day 879. So about 2 weeks. And what else we got in here? That's it. So that's it so far. So that's it. We're going to wait. It won't have the T-shares will show up once they've done their stake on probably day 880 or day 881. And assuming these dates are correct, so maybe day 880, day 881, the T-shares will show up. And of course, we're expecting if they get 150 million, there'll be about I think about 18,500 T-shares. So you can just do a third on that because they're going to stake all the Hex. All this Hex is going to be staked for 5,555 days. Now the cool thing is, if they do hit 150 million, and of course they're well on their way, they've got plenty of time left to get that. And they should probably get a rush at the end, of course, where the big player, even bigger players come in. I think they had 9 people that are already over $1 million already in who have minted their MAXI. Then, if the circulating supply of Hex is as low as 2.5%, that would be about 15 billion Hex. And then 150 million would be 1%. So it's a pretty big deal. That would be off the circulating supply on the ETH chain and also off the market on PulseChain. And we all like it when a lot of Hex gets locked up for 555 and of course gets off the market. That's what it's designed to do. Staking in Hex reduces the velocity of crypto money, and that's what we want to get. If that's the big pump for the price, and that's what we want to see on the supply side. So the supply gets less and the velocity gets less, and therefore if you've got more demand coming in, you get the marginal price starts rising in the pool. And of course, that's based on the X times Y equals K formula that we see in B2. And of course, that moves price up as a square. So it's pretty powerful stuff. And that's what we're waiting to see. We're patient. We're willing to wait for that. We're going to see it. It's going to happen in different parabolic rises. And we're going to enjoy that over time because we're patient, right? Time in the market, folks. Time in the market. And that's the way we go. So cool. That was MAXI there. I just thought it was funny that it was running at a premium for a while, but this is what we're going to see. And of course, over time, the treasury value is going to go up, and that's going to go up and to the right. And with the Hex in the Hedron, and it's going to be fascinating to see the market price of MAXI versus the treasury price and versus the underlying Hex price. And of course, this should start separating over time, the later too. So looking good there. The start date, look for the Hex date, day 880, and of course the end date 6,435. Put your hand up if you're going to be alive at that stage. I don't know, I have no idea, but hey, 6,435 is going to be pretty cool. Rock on, rock on, rock on, as we say, rock on. Nice. All right, so that's pretty cool on the Maximus. I wish them well. I do think it's a very good product market fit. And so I am excited about talking about that. Obviously, I'm not participating in it at this stage, but who knows? By the end, maybe I might just be tempted. And I'm just reviewing this product, just talking about it as content. So that's pretty much it. So Hex price at 12.37, and we're just going to have to wait and see what it does. We've got no oomph at the moment. We're in a quiet spot, so we just have to wait. And of course, 15.74 on the Hedron. And the market is sort of just pulled back a little bit there, so we're just going to have to be patient. We're just on one of those red days at this stage, and of course we like to spend time in the market, and that's all that counts at the end of the day. So cool. Finally, don't forget to get into the Discord there. The link's in the video description. We've got 66 members already. Let's head up towards 100. That's our first target, 100. We hit 50 earlier, and our next target is 100. So if you haven't got into the Hex Token YouTube Discord, the link is in the video description or on the community tab. Definitely follow that, and you can see it on the community tab here. Right there at the top, that's the latest one there. And of course, if you're a Hex Token channel member, check there's a different community post for you, and of course that will enable you to also not only be in general chat but also have Hex Token a private chat there. So that's kind of like a perk for being a Hex Token channel member as well. So pretty cool. We're also going to be zooping this up. It's going to keep getting better and better and better. We've now got emojis, so you can actually put emojis in. We've got the Hex Token channel emoji now. We've got the Hex emoji. We've got the Maximus emoji. I just put this in. And of course, that's also in the live chat. You can use it in live chat if you want to use the Maximus one there as well. We've got the PulseChain one there. We've got the PulseX. We've got the Superman. We've got the Superman PulseChain NFT. And of course, we've got Heinz Crypto in there as well. It's just as an honor to Heinz Crypto. And of course, I'll be doing a live show with Heinz Crypto on Thursday, and we'll let you know more about that as well. The cool thing, of course, now is that if you're in chat and you're chatting away, 24/7 Hex Token channel means you're going to be able to talk about strategy, talk about prices, talk about how to do this, how to do that, how to use the wallet, how to all sorts of stuff. It's really going to be a place to flourish 24/7, and it's going to be on Discord. I kind of like it. It's kind of feels like a more comfortable place in some ways than Telegram, which is a very busy place, and of course hopefully this will be a safer place as well. The other thing, of course, is that there will be real-time notifications in the YouTube shows as people do live shows like GenX, Heinz Crypto, or this channel and other channels. We'll try and get them posted in here so you'll be able to get the latest and greatest. Maybe you're chatting away and then the YouTube video comes up. You can go and watch that if you like. And of course, Twitter as well. It's going to have the latest Twitter feed there. At the moment, it's just got Hex Token in there, but we never know. We may get some of the others in there as well. So very, very cool. Hope you guys enjoy that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited. We're just going to bide our time until the launch. So hopefully you enjoy it. Two things I always like to suggest, of course. Don't forget to play around with PulseX site, because you do want to be familiar with the site. You really want to practice around with it. Now, we've done tons of videos on this channel. I'm going to be doing some more in the couple of days moving ahead, but also you can do PulseX, and the other one I suggest is doing is the Pulse Bridge. So you can do that too. I'll post the link to that as well, and I've done videos on that also. Now the PulseChain Bridge also uses you have to have Ethereum on it, but it's only testnet Ethereum on the Rick Bean test network. So you'll have to just find one of the videos on the channel. You'll be able to find that force it. You need to force it to get that kind of ETH on the testnet. So it's basically an Ethereum testnet to a PulseChain testnet. So it's not real money at all, but it's a good way to practice as well. Cool. And let's jump over to the Hex price. We'll just probably leave it on there for a little bit while we check out the chats, and we'll see how we get on there. I'm going to go to I'm on the alley. Hex Contest, I've been watching a lot of Joe Rogan, and with Elon was a mind twist, says in episode 1169. I bet that was a lot of fun. Hex Contest would be tight with RH. Yeah. I'm coming back here. I'm a little bit behind, so how far I'm behind, mate? Not too bad, actually. Cape says I would wait another year if need be. We have followed Richard since 2019. He has never let me down. He won't you either, because he is the best guy in crypto. Absolutely, Cape Burger. I agree with that. Software predictions are very difficult with something that has never been done before. It's coming. The wait is the hardest part. Good times ahead. Be strong. Yeah, just be strong and get your positions set. Of course, as I said, make sure you've got your tokens for the ETH drop, for the PRC20s. Make sure that you have got any dry powder already, in case there's dips in the first say 4 to 12 weeks. And obviously liquid loans too is coming into play 4 to 8 weeks after the launch of PulseChain. So if we launch mid-May, that could be as soon as mid-June, probably late June. So just take into account as well, there's going to be a second run on PulseChain as well. So there's so much fundamentals, it's mind-blowing. I think it's going to be fun to watch. Brazil says you can see the dip in Hedron and the pump in Maximus. Kind of tells the story of what's going on. Yeah, that's true. The Hex Odyssey said the only thing that sucks about the date changing is I'm waiting to deploy a lot of capital, and I know I'm not the only one holding out for the run up. That's true, Hex God Turtle. So it is a competition in some ways, but like I say, you don't want to pay at the top of the market, right? Just be careful with that. You don't want to get caught at the top, and of course, if the market comes back down, you get a lot more volume. As I said, the basic strategy is to have a bit of everything, particularly Richard Hart tokens. I always say 95% Richard Hart tokens, maybe 5% in other stuff. That's kind of my strategy. And of course, my strategy is to, as safely as possible, get more volume of the RH tokens. That's kind of my strategy. And I think I've been pretty consistent with that. So that's pretty much the way I'm going. Obviously, I participated in liquid loans and internet money. Internet money is the riskiest one for me because obviously the time frame of delivery is the issue. But liquid loans is probably the more conservative or moderate one there in terms of getting delivery, which I think that's you've got a pretty big team there as well. So looking forward to that. Although that said, we're still waiting for the sacrifice balances for them and also the testnet, liquid loans and testnet. I actually haven't checked it today. Let me just quickly check liquid loans because normally I check it every day just to see how they're progressing. They've been doing a lot of content creation, which is cool, but it's always nice to see those two things that we're talking about come up as well. So hopefully that will be in play. Well done, Fashion Coder. So that Fashion Coder was on Gen Hex there, so check out Fashion Coder. PulseChain, learn more, take notes. Galaxy Membrane, Pulse versus Pulse, which to have a launch at one to hold. PLSX will be great. All I can think about is liquid loans providing a huge incentive to hashtag never sell PLS. Great example of how protocol can benefit an entire ecosystem and native chain token there. What else has got Jesse here? Have you seen the white paper having 3 tokens essential and the reason for the amazing stability? Native PLS token coin, to catalyze USDL stable coin minted off the value loan tokens to incentivize various stable providing and to allow people to earn fees. So that's it. They haven't really given out much more on that I can see. They got some tweets and retweets. I'm not sure if they got anything in there. No, so we're still waiting for stuff from there around the sacrifice balances and around the liquid loans testnet. So being able to interface, muck around with the user interface is what we're talking about there. And of course, I think you can see how it works. It's got some stuff there. So this is how it works, but they've got a user interface as well. Thought they might have some snapshots there. Doesn't seem to be the case. So cool. So waiting for that. Nice. And let's jump into here. How are we doing? 1 hour and 7 minutes. Not too bad. What else are we doing? Diamond Heart says, does anyone know the Richard Hart Odyssey video back up channel link? Oh, Odyssey? Yes. Does someone posted that? Brazolzi's posted that. Nice one. I was going to say, sometimes I go to find it, but then I realize that the moderators are already onto it. So that's the way they roll. It is too good. It is too good. Moderators are just damn too good on this channel. Cape says, I have 2 Hex wallets, so no worries. I also sacrifice both Pulse and PulseX, but I'm happy with my Hex ladder without them, to be honest. So we'll be staking both of them long. Nice. I like that. Yeah. Yes, my friend says Cape. It's now, I know, but waiting since November. Didn't sell on the top of 2021. Won't be high for the platform December. I saw my big bag melting like an ice cube. Yeah, just Huddle Dog on that one, RDX. Oi, morning all. Hey, good to see Red Squirrel in the house. Yeah. Hey, Red Squirrel, I was actually wanting to go through your strategy, so I might end up doing that myself. We'll see how we get on there. Hit me up on Twitter about that if you're happy for me to talk about your strategy, because I'm pretty keen to. Morning, Red says Kate figure it, nice, and great whites with the emojis looking good there. I think I'm almost up to date here, Mike. I'm getting up there. It's going through. Gonzo says, gotta go to work. Thanks a million for your awesome streams. We'll catch the replay later. Hey, Gonzo, you have a good day, and we'll catch you in the next one for sure. Let's have a look here. Just going to get through some of these. Cape says, can someone send me some wireless electricity sitting in the dark? Sucks. That's horrible. Yeah, we get so used to modern technology with this, what we're saying here, with the electricity, that when it goes out, man, it's really bad. Like, we had a transformer getting upgrade here down the road, and they put the power on for about 7 hours. That was bad because we're so used to doing stuff online, and then it wasn't there. D Money's in the house. I'm here. Good to see you, D Money. I like how you always come in and say I'm here. I like that. That's confidence. I like confidence. It's good. James Bond says saving some dry powder for next Richard Hart project, Zach. Yeah. So it looks like that's going to be the wallet, right? So Richard Hart's own wallet. And it's going to be interesting because we've got internet money coming with the wallet. I think there's another project with the wallet. Can't remember who it is. And of course, Richard Hart's project with the wallet, probably with the sacrifice phase on it. So that's going to be pretty epic. Richard Hart's got quite a few things coming up. I've got a list here of the roadmap. I must double check my roadmap list. I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Well, coin ranking sites, but we've already got, we have coin picker. I think, Richard, this is the year of infrastructure. So we've got PulseChain and PulseX. But on top of that, after that, Richard wants to build all these other things, part of the ecosystem. So kind of layer 2 things, if you want to call it. So coin ranking sites, obviously, to do that, dominate the space. And of course, he'd be awesome getting the marketing, user adoption for that as well. That'd be pretty cool. Replace MetaMask wallet, kind of like an Electron app for the cross-platform. Uniswap, but across chains. More bridges to start. BTC, BNB, stuff like that. Multi bridges. Obviously, Power City's doing a swap bridge too. According to Aragon, there's another thing for PulseChain right from Geeth. Uniswap V3 front end. I've kind of got the stable coin from my exchange I'm making. I don't think he had. I think he's had a bit of a challenge with the old exchange in Spain, as it were. So I think that's going to be interesting. But stable coin from Richard Hart, an aggregator to replace 1 inch. Limit orders which will come. So limit orders are expected to come in the PulseX. So we've covered that already on this channel. We've got the exchange, but of course having limit orders here that people can just set a price that can be used for maybe trading overnight while you're asleep, or by maybe you think if a price hits a certain range, you can just sell it automatically. That's kind of the limit order thing. So I think that's going to be pretty important. Margin trading, of course, Richard's not into margin trading, but he says if people are going to do it, then you might as well offer them a nice place for that. So that's cool. Now, let me know in the chat if you've heard any other things apart from that list that Richard Hart has been talking about doing as well. Brazilji says, Cape Fear, check out Mad Energy. They just did a sacrifice for wireless energy. Yeah, the wireless energy play, I'd like to know more about that. I think it was pretty, I don't know if they've finished their retail. I think they might have finished the retail stuff for that. But the wireless stuff, if it is as good as they say, that could be quite the game changer. I think that could be pretty epic. Hex Token Socials, anyone have a count on how many new tokens besides the free drops going to be deployed so far? Liquid lines, mint, etc. Oh, it's tons. We covered that on the PulseChain ecosystem earlier a couple of days ago. Go check that, Hex God Turtle. We had Bezo T in the house there going through that. He did have a couple of tokens went on there, a couple of tokens he had added they hadn't gone through, but he's going to come up with an update for that. So that's going to be epic. So yeah, that's a lot. It must be like 20 or something, I would say. Happiest man in the world is here. What happened to Richard's stream? Apparently it went down, got taken down, not sure. I wasn't actually watching it. Someone else posted it, but we got the little clip here of Richard, so we might as well add that in since you've come in. This is Richard's update about the timeline, and this is the latest and greatest. So let's check this so you can see that. Bam.
Less than a month. So
I'm going to play that one more time. Since
so my next PulseChain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month.
So there we are. That was a little excerpt from that one. They got taken out. Richard's going to get it put back up. He put a tweet out about that earlier. In fact, we can have a quick look at that while we're here. Richard Hart's tweets that he's going to have that popped up there. Working on fixing that video, lol. So he's going to try and get that back up there at this stage. So that's Richard Hart there. I'm working on fixing that video. Cool. Now, obviously, don't forget, we've just launched the Discord here. We've got 66 people. Get in there. We've got the link in the video description or on the community tab. Get into the general chat, folks. That's what's all about. 24/7 Hex Token channel. And, of course, we're going to talk about everything PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, all the third-party stuff that goes on to the PulseChain. Really is going to be awesome. Get in there. And if you have any questions, I'm sure someone else there has got the expertise to help you out there. It's going to be really cool. So it's going on pretty good so far. All right, there's also a price chat there too. If you want to get into the price chat, there's charts and people's talking about that, so get in there as well. And it's going to be cool. There's also a general voice, very, very cool. If you're a Hex Token channel member, there's also a VIP there. Hit the community tab there, or hit me up on Discord to get yourself access to that. That's just so people want to have some extra chats. Other than that, of course, the welcome is for everybody as people come in. There's a welcome there, and the rules are at the top of here. The rules at the top. You can see very basic rules just to keep it nice and friendly and supportive. And of course, we've got moderators on the side there. We've got a couple of moderators on there at the moment. And big shout out to them. Heinz Crypto, it's now announced there at the moment. Of course, we've got the notifications as YouTube's videos come out for Gen Hex, Heinz Crypto, and Hex Token channel. They'll pop up here as a general notification to everybody. So you will never miss out on a video, especially if you're in the Discord. We also got that on the Twitter. So as tweets go out, you'll see those as well. So you're going to get a lot of great content. Of course, we're going to build up our own little syndicate, as it were, and it's going to be a great place. And of course, we're going to be able to reach out on Discord, which is really untapped by PulseChain and Hex and stuff. But there are projects going on there like Power City, as I said earlier. So people are recognizing that, yeah, we're on Telegram, we're on Twitter, but, obviously Discord is massive for crypto projects, especially NFT projects. And so it's definitely a great place to get on there. And I actually find it a safer environment for a lot of people to play around on, to be honest, than Telegram. I find it generally safest. Obviously, if someone DMs you, don't, if there's a project they're saying, get in this project, just ignore it. If no one, people won't DM you from Hex Token channel. You have to just use your common sense. Don't get scammed, that sort of thing. And just get into the chat and chat away and you'll be fine, right? And that's probably the easiest way to go there. What else we got there? Hexius says, man, the world, much respect on the Discord community. Yeah, hey, big shout out. Hey, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to keep building this out. We've obviously got emojis now too, so you can got all these emojis and stuff. We're going to keep pulling that out with a lot more stuff. I think someone boosted the channel earlier, so we're up to level 1. As we get to go through more levels, we're going to boost up as well. So I'm going to end up helping with that too. So very, very exciting. We've got tons of bots in there at the moment. Trying to set those up to give lots of cool things, gas notifiers. Hopefully we'll get that running properly. At the moment, it's just private there. But it's got I think I can only see it at this stage. We've got crypto monitorers, going to get crypto prices. We've got lots of other stuff there. That pin code there allows us to post your videos on YouTube and Twitter when they come out. We've got server stats there. You can see we've got 66 members. And of course, YouTube as well is going to post that. So hopefully that's all going to help enrich the channel over time. It's going to be a lot of fun. I like the video, you all, says Hexius. Hey, appreciate it. Liquid USDC, a good one, as will be copied over. OMG, yeah, we'll get copied over. I kind of think DAI and stuff like that will be even probably better ones. We will see whether USDC, USD Tether, custodial support those prices and whether the prices get fractionalized on the stable coins on PulseChain. It's going to be fun to see. So yeah, we did have a video on that. I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that too as we go forward. So Hex Token says he is going to release the full version. He forgot to turn on YouTube for the first 30 minutes. Lol says Hex Token. Oh, nice one. Thanks for the insight there. That's on Richard Hart's video. Drinking in the dark has its benefits, says Kate Ferrer. That's hilarious. Drinking in the dark has its... that sounds like Ragnar Richards would do that, right? With his cool shades and his cool little DJ thing. This guy's one cool guy. Francis says, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hey, Francis, good to see you. And I love it when Francis is so positive. It's really good to see your comments here, Francis. Wireless energy equals sliced bread. Yeah, that's true too. Well, it's really good for getting rid of wires, obviously, but actually recharging and stuff like that's pretty good with the wireless. But no one's there's technology around, but I haven't really seen the ultimate. But these guys are talking about Mad Energy's talking about having kind of the holy grail of that right now. Thumbs up, says Kate. Nice. And just beware, Circle, Coinbase can turn off the USDC on the PulseChain. Yeah, because they're not backed one-to-one. That's why. Because it's a copy, they're technically not backed one-to-one. And yeah, so got to be careful. One-to-one or asset-backed, because one of them's got, I can't remember which one, the Tether or the C. I think Tether has got the one-to-one backed. I think Circle's the one with the asset backing. That's crypto asset backing. I have always got copies with CB. I find them pretty honest. Nice. Okay, that's cool. That's good to know. Even Richard said copies available with CB. Yeah. Fatal Fury says, "Oh no, May and in May. What's next, June? Hopefully not Fatal Fury. I know Fatal Fury is getting pretty frustrated, but I'll just be patient, Fatal Fury, because it's coming. It's coming. We're getting there. As I said, you know, we're looking at the timer here. We've got all the ticks on, everything's ticking off. We are getting it. It's all is happening. And we know we just hit a month on PulseChain testing at 2.5. It's coming. It's coming. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there, right? All right, cool. Let's go to the Hex price again there. We're going to zoom on that. Let's fit with that and pull it up. Cool. 12.46 cents there. Let's see how we get on. Low volumes. That's the one thing that's characterized. It's just low volumes on Hex chart. It's pretty interesting. Cape says, appreciate the concern, though, guys. Yeah, lots of loves, Cape. Yeah, keep the lights on. Hey, maybe get some solar power. Maybe think back some solar power backups or something. Chris, marketing's in house. Woo-hoo! I got to woo-hoo! I got to see Chris marketing in chat there. My number one Kiwi bra, says Chris marketing. That's hilarious. Kiro to you, Chris marketing. Kiro koto katoa, as they say. Remember to set security settings in Discord to disable DMs. Yes, I'm not sure if I've done that, Jenna, and I might do that after the live stream to disable DMs. Yeah, that's a good point. Appreciate that. I was going to address any of the security stuff today because probably the last thing I was doing. I was just setting up the structures, the biggest thing, and I forgot. I didn't quite get to a lot of that stuff, so I'll try and do that as well. 17 Gwei, yeah, 17 Gwei, looking good, and of course we can see that on. I don't know if you guys can see all that, but we've got the 20 Gwei here sitting on the gas node bar. But I'll try and get that up as well. Cool. All right. Hex Hodl says just bought some more Hex for MAXI. Oh, nice. So yeah, Hex Hodl. That's what I was saying about the Hex there. Maybe that's you, the green candle there, Hex Hodl. But yeah, what's the MAXI sitting at? 12.14. So you can. It's still slightly cheaper to get Hex than to get MAXI direct. But some in the early periods, we might get a little bit of opportunity. So it's probably worth watching MAXI if you want to see whether you can beat out the Hex price at that stage. Because eventually, once the stake starts for Maximus on day 880, remember the stake starts on day 880, it's going to start accruing some Hex and Hedron. I suspect we're going to get speculation on the MAXI price. We'll see. Sometimes it always happens straight away. It may happen later. But over time, the price should start separating out. It's going to be interesting to see that because this becomes not just one Hex, but let's take a bit of time. Might take a bit of time. It's going to be fascinating. Cool. Hedron is itself at 1574, so that's not doing too much around there either. Kate says, yes, good idea, Hex token. I do plan on getting solar. Yeah, solar panels. You can just get maybe a solar unit that sits like on the side. Maybe just that's probably cool. I don't know how sunny it is where you are, but if it is sunny, it's probably a good fit there. I set custom Gwei to 20, says Hexodl. Nice, I like that. Custom Gwei. Woohoo, says Alex. And Alex is in the house. Good to see Alex as well. Alex is a moderator in the channel as well. I think, was it not Alex K, is it? Is that Alex K? No, it's Alex. Yeah, good to see Alex anyway. And DHex says, what's up, Hexkins, PulseKins, PulseXkins all around the world. Good to see DHex in the house. We've got a few new people jumping in here. I don't want to become a maxi pad, says Alex. Maxi pad. So cool, here we are. So that's where the price is at the moment. Let's hope we can bust back up here. We still haven't beaten out 14 cents, right? So we want to smash it at 14, and that will give us a path to 15.5. And then, of course, we're in the next fundamental range. So we now got 4 weeks. So the market keeps saying there's 4 more weeks. So if that's the case, the Hex price is going to sort of move along slowly until the market thinks it's real. When the market suddenly thinks PulseChain is going to come, maybe they will do. And once we get into May, maybe Richard does a live stream and says, "No, we're getting pretty close, fellas." And fellas says, "This is the way we're going to go." So cool. That's a bit of slang there from Kiwi land, by the way, fellas and fellasses. But this is the way we go. Cool. Here we got this now with the Gwei there. Cool. And that does match up 26 Gwei on the bot there. It's got the 12.5 there. So I'm going to try and set up the bots there and get that better. And I will try and look at that DMs there as well. I appreciate the insights. Nice. Not sure what else there. iCloud. iPhone users, fix this. You might lose your crypto. I wouldn't do crypto on a phone anyway myself. I think that's kind of asking for trouble with the phone. but there is an issue there with iCloud, so just check that out too. Cool. All right, we're rolling. So definitely get in there. We've got 68 members. Let's get it to 100. That's our first target, and then onwards and upwards from there. We'll just keep building and building. There's also the price chat as well. Get into that and get in if you've got any opinions you like doing charting, doing strategies around pricing, entries, and things like that. Get in there, and you can follow that too. So cool. We will get more activities in there, competitions and other stuff like that over time. So that's all going to play out. D-Hex can see us, how you going, Superman? And it's now. Yeah, pretty good, D-Hex, I think. Pretty busy today. We'll probably be pretty busy this week as we keep building out this channel. I have got another big thing coming up. I said two things. The other one is going to be quite different from this, but it's also going to be an extension as well. So that's going to come up, but I'll be focusing on this for the next few days and then I'll talk about the other thing coming up soon. But it's time to expand, right? Time to spread the word. You can see that KSB has just set up this new site. They've moved from 555. They've moved from Crypto Sparbook. They're now KSB.tv. These guys are ramping up with the Million Pulse Tour. PulseCon's coming. And of course, now we're moving on to onto Discord here with Hex Token channel and getting PulseChain PulseX and Hex out in there. So just keep expanding. That's what's happening. And lots of good stuff coming. So and of course everybody that's watching can play their part to spread the word. Tell a friend, tell a family member, get out there and do it. Get into whatever project groups you're in, spread it. Maybe this PulseChain's coming, simple as that. It's going to be a massive airdrop of ERC20s, there's PRC20s, something like that. Whatever you get away with, pretty cool. Now the one last thing I was going to talk about was GitLab. Now GitLab here's got just interesting here on PulseChain. Got all the issues, and I thought this was pretty interesting. Just look at this. I saw Conrad Zen looking at this earlier today, and I thought that was pretty cool. They've got all these issues, like they've got these issues that are closed, 222 issues closed here, and it's all different issues with PulseX and PulseChain and stuff. And then they've got this open one here. We've got 49 open at the moment, and I guess the devs look through it and go, do they answer it or not? Sometimes they may just say, nah, this is nothing bigger. But it's interesting to see some of the things that people have got here as well. So stuck pending delegated stake. Some of these people raised them, but they may or may not be a real issue. No LP rewards when removing liquidity pairs from PulseX. So I never had that issue, I don't believe, when I did mine. So it's interesting stuff that's going on there. BAT sacrifice amounts not credited. So the voting power balance is fluctuating. So I thought this was pretty interesting. So if you want to go through that, muck around through that, it's on GitLab.com, and of course the links in the video description. Post, I think I've got all the links organized pretty well now. I've got a couple that I need to add in there, but apart from that, it's looking pretty good. So onwards and upwards, folks, looking good. We'll go to PulseChain actually on the GitLab, see what's any updates. Yeah, 4 hours ago, the Pulse test net there. That's about it so far. So cool, running pretty nice. I think we're going to end up wrapping up there soon. What else we got there? Dingle Wolf's in the house. What is that, Dingle Wolf? Is that a bear? Is that a bear? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you want me to go for another half an hour. Let me know. Put the word go if you want me to go for another half hour. We're going to look at the price charts probably most of the time during that time, and of course the Discord. That's probably our two main topics there for another half an hour. Let me know in the chat. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Cape says, I used to feel lonely, but sitting in the dark, I just don't feel so alone anymore now. That's pretty funny. Switch to general chat, Hex Token. Switch to general chat. All right, there's general chat. I've got the emojis. Oh, look at that. Awesome. These are the emojis that you can get in the Discord. Very, very cool. Without me not learning either. Yeah, cool. Actually, I just realized that I forgot. I always put top chat, and I keep forgetting live chat on the YouTube channel. So I do apologize for that. I'm not sure if it affects your view or not. We've got Red Squirrel's got go. Hey, Red Squirrel, love it. And man, Red Squirrel, I've got to go through your strategy. Once again, hit me up on Twitter if you're happy for me to do that. You don't have to. Obviously, I can go through your map if you like. I'm pretty keen to go through that. Go half an hour before your last hour, says. Go half an hour for your last hour. That's hilarious. It's now. That's classic. Now, me neither learning there. So the emoji's looking good. We got the Superman one there. I'll get Nitro. This emoji. I might have to get Nitro actually now that I'm running this channel. So I have to think about that. That's it. We've got the Maximus in there now, so that's the new emoji, and of course you can actually use that in the channel there. I don't know if you guys, has anyone used the Maximus one out of all the Hex Token channel members? Yeah, so Great White had the Maximus there. Someone asked me for the Maximus emoji, and so I added that in. I'll just post a few of those there as well. That's the Maximus one. They're dark blue, so dark blue against a black background is not as cool as say the white or the green. These other ones stand out quite a lot. Like these particular ones, they stand out a lot. So yeah, oh, what the heck is that? I want that on the house. Turn off your DMs, everyone. Discord is no man's land. Turn off your DMs. Yeah. So I'm going to fix up the DMs on the channel afterwards. I'll have a look at that. Good morning, RH. Great job. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's have a look here. So Shiba Inu, any thoughts? So Shib, yeah, Shib seems like a no-brainer. It definitely seems like one of the top ERC20s to have, or PRC20s to accumulate on PulseChain, because we've got John Chong, the chairman of Asia Shiba Inu. He runs also the official SHIB site on Twitter, which is 3 million strong. So he's going to be on the panels at PulseCon 2022, and he's massive. So that's just one of the very biggest crypto communities that's going to be exposed onto PulseCon, and of course you can see that there. Here he is here. So that's John Chong there. So it's going to be pretty massive, and you can see that's one of the very biggest communities in crypto. So, and they're also more prone to speculating price discovery as well, compared to some other communities that may be a bit more conservative. So I think it's pretty positive. Everyone's going to get a copy of their SHIB on the Pulse chain, and I think that people are going to try and accumulate. That's going to be one of the top ERC20s. We had a vote a week ago or so, and when we covered the ERC20 videos, I'm going to do another one. So we did the top 45 coins. We did kind of a randomized it, and then we selected the top ones, and then we had a sort of a playoff for those. I'm going to do the remaining top 55. So just kind of pick them out. Now, obviously, we're excluding. Sometimes there may be some technical issues with the tokens, why they might not get priced up as well on PulseChain. Sometimes there might be some UI issues. Sometimes there might be some team issues, depending on how much control over the ecosystem they have. But we're definitely going to check that out. We're just going to speculate on what we think is generally the best ones. Obviously, people can comment on that, what the limitations are for pricing them up. Senior Jameson is my go-to in the taxes, Kate. That's funny. Senior Jameson, nice. Hex token with the emojis, looking good. And Kessie Williams in the house, good morning. RH, great job. Yeah, absolutely, Kessie. RH is continuing to build out. A lot of us, we're just waiting for the timeline, but software is difficult. And of course, he's got some very talented people working on it. We're just got to be patient at this stage. Red Squirrel says, no problem with me if you want to do that, buddy. Version 1.4 coming soon, though. Okay, Red Squirrel, let me know. Hit me up on if you can let us know. That'd be great. Use the latest and greatest. That's the way. It would be a pleasure. I appreciate that, Red Squirrel. Gwei 21. Yeah, Gwei's pretty cheap at the moment, folks. If you want to do a stake, unstake, or something like that, then Gwei is on the low side at the moment. Go, C6 God Turtle. Like it. And let's go to Kate's phone dies, love. That's hilarious. Kate's phone is dying. No! All right, so cool. Let's get back to it. We've got the Discord going there. We've got 68 people in there now. Let's see if we can get it over 70. So don't forget, the link to the Discord is in the video description. We'll be talking about this for well into the future, so you won't get missed out. But you will get notifications in the channels there. Also with Heinz Crypto and Gen Hex as well. And maybe over time we'll be adding in some other channels there too. So it could become quite the syndicate there of supportive channels, especially up and coming content creators. We love that. So nice. All right. So cool there, cool VIP, as it were, cool VIP. And I think that was probably it. Let me just go back to Hex channel here. So 12.33 cents on Hex. 1542 on Hedron. Maximus is at 1247. Let's do an update of here. We're at 55.5. Let's refresh this. I'm not sure if it auto refreshes. I can't remember now. Definitely go for that. And here we go. That light's quite blinding. That light's like, oh. So here we go. Come on. Am I on the wrong channel? Is that why? Because I switched over to PulseChain? Yeah, I'm on PulseChain. That's why it's not kicking over there. Sorry about that. Next try. So we were on Ethereum now. You got to do it on Ethereum. That's where you go. You got to mint your MAXI on Ethereum. Then you need a copy on the PulseChain. So it's all right. So we're up to 55,577,000 Hex. I actually think these guys have got a good chance of doing it. Yet I think we will get some big stuff coming in towards the end as well. But you know, maybe by day, if you by day 10 you're up near 80 million, then you could, you know, feasibly in the last 4 days get up to the final amount there. So what are we on day 867? So this is saying day 3. Yeah, we've got miles to go. We've really got a while to go. It's telling us 12 days to go. So yeah, there definitely is in the pipeline for 150 mil. That'd be the talk of a town, right? Like I say, it's not just 150 million for staking 555, but it's actually potentially getting up to 1%. Even if it was 0.75%, maybe the circulating supply is not 15 billion, it's more like 20 billion. Now, the best numbers we have on circulating supply are come to the accountant's work. So that's it. And he was talking about 2.5% on a Crypto Cabana show, which he said that they had missed out on some Origin account wallets and they reassessed them as Origin account wallets, which means that more supply was taken off the circulating supply. We're not talking about circulating supply. I'm talking about that's circulating supply that's held by the public, you know, the non-OA. In other words, you and me and anyone else that's in the public, what I call the public, lack of a better word. It's got a lol. Yeah. Join Discord here. It's now says, yeah, absolutely. Join Discord. Links in the video description. The link is in the chat, and the link is also on the community tab. Definitely do that. Big deal. Kate first says, "Ooh, power just came back on. Let's party all night." Must have been you, Turtle. Hilarious. That's awesome. Yay! The power's on. Power. I wish I need something about power that's on. That's definitely awesome. Very cool. Turtle gods, yeah. Hex Turtle God. Hex God Turtle is very powerful from the sounds of it. Kate figures lol. It's now says now you gotta do another hour. Kate's power's back on. He needs to go level up to Superman. Yeah. He's powering up there. Oh, Kate Ferguson house again. Another super sticker, another bow down in the dark. You won't be able to see me. Maybe you have to turn the lights off here, but you're in the dark there. That's hilarious. So big shout out there. Put this in your electric meter, says Kate Figure. Very nice. Appreciate that. All right, cool. Looks like we might be powering up to powering up on the channel already. All right. So looking good. We've got Heinz Crypto, and it's now on there. We've got a couple others in the house there as well. A lot of people offline at the moment, 56 offline, 8 members online at the moment, and 3 members, premium members online as well. I've got to change the name of premium members to HT members, just to you know, make it more egalitarian. That's the way we go. What else we got? Got a couple comments in the chat there, so nice. Let's go back to the Hex price, and the Gwei is 41 here at the moment, and we're just watching now. I've got the cat next to me, by the way. I don't know if you guys want to see the cat. If type in the word cat if you want me to show you the cat. Hopefully he'll be happy to come on, but we've got the cat is in the house. I might have to full screen it as well. Anyway, let's get a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor today, Richard Hart. Let's put a Richard Hart here.
My next PulseChain and PulseX are the next things to launch. They're soon, like less than 2 months. The best guesses I have from devs are mid-May. That's the best guesses I've got, which is less than a month. So
here we are. So you heard it from Richard Hart, mid-month, mid-May, and possibly a bit longer. but we'll see. I still have beer left. Can't end. It's now. No, we have not end. We're still going. And we've got 77 people watching at the moment. So a big shout out to everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. We're heading towards 4,000. Can you believe it? 4,000 subscribers. That will put us at the very bottom of the content creators. It's like, yay! Finally, after blood, sweat, and tears, we're almost up there to the bottom of the middle of the pack. Does that make sense? The bottom of the middle of the pack. It's like a rap song. Maybe Jenny on the Block would have said it. I'm Jenny on the Block. I'm bottom of the middle of the pack, like that. And so yeah, we're up to 3,910 subscribers. So we need 90 more to get to 4,000. So we'll just keep pushing uphill for that. So very excited to see that play out, and onwards and upwards we go. Just gonna look at some of these other things here. I think I can get out of that now. Get out of that, and we'll just turn up there. Cool. Actually, what happens when I go to this channel? I'm gonna go to that channel. I'm just wondering what if I do that? What happens there? Oh, that disappears. Okay. Cool. That's cool. All right. So I've got Discord open up on another computer, and I'm just having a look on that. All right. Cool. All right. I'm just going through one of these. There's this something else there. Just going through a couple of cards. Oh, nice. All right. Cool. All right, so that is looking good here, folks. Welcome to the Hex Token Discord. We are going on to Discord, PulseChain PulseX Discord. We are going on there, and we're going to make an impression here on Discord. It's undertapped resource, and Telegram's pretty full. And we're going to go on to here to spread the word. The other thing, of course, is other projects like Power City have gone on here, so that's positive too. So let's do it. Let's do it. It's going to be pretty neat. And as I said, we've got to spread the word and talk about adoption and help magnify the PulseChain effect. Of course, if you've got thousands of people or hundreds of people, even 100 people telling, 2 people, that's, was that 300 people? That's all together, 200 people. That's something like that. That math's not right? But 200 people. Cool. Get in Discord, folks. We're up to 70. Woo-hoo-hoo! We hit 70 on Discord. Woo-hoo-hoo! Our target is 100. We hit 50. Now our target's 100. So we'll just keep going. If you have not got into there, folks, the link is in the video description at the very top. It's also at the community tab here. You can go to the community tab and you'll see the link here. Joined up to there. So we've got the heroes here. We've got Superman, obviously, but we've got all the other superheroes on the side. I think we can jump in there and you can see all the other superheroes there. That's all you guys. That's everybody in the community, all the superheroes too. I love superheroes because, I like comics. I like superheroes. I like sci-fi. So that's, if you wonder why I do so much superhero stuff, it's because I really do like that. And of course, my Superman profile came from my dancing background because of the things I could do at the time, and I loved doing them. When I was on the dance stage, I was the biggest show off on the planet. You can bet your bottom dollar that was definitely the case. It's just the way it was. That's all I can say. The cat says it's now cat. All right, let's get the cat up and let's pull up the cat. Hey, cat. Let's see if the cat. He won't last long up here. It really depends on how he's doing. Yeah, so is the cat. Nope, he doesn't want to stay long. See the cat? Anyway, he doesn't want to stay. Anyway, he probably knew he was on the camera. He's a little bit shy. He's run out the door now. He's had enough. It was too intense. Smash that like, everybody. Hit the like and hit the bell and join. Show some love for Superman, says Steve Hex. Absolutely. Yeah, don't forget to join. We've got the join chat, of course. We've got PulseSkins, Hexskins, and Richard Hart Club. So you can definitely get into that. And I think we're two more members away from another emoji. So we'll have 11 emojis or 12 emojis. 11 emojis, I think, on the chat there. Dingle Wolf's in the house. What is that, Dingle Wolf? Let me just jump over to that. Dingle Wolf's got, I don't know, see what that is, Dingle Wolf. What is that creature? Is that wolves? Whole ton of wolves? I think it is whole ton of wolves. 16th of May is what I've got there. Yeah, I've got that on the chart here. I put in the 16th of May for the earliest date for PulseChain mainnet now. Moved from the 7th of May. But you never know. Richard's going to do something funny, I'm sure. Nice night. It's now. Sub. Join. Like it. Kate says from May until December is a good song. No. Yeah. And what else we got going? I honestly think the first week of May, but we will see, says Kate. Oh, well, kind of a part of me agrees with you on that. And it's definitely possible, right? It's not like it's not possible, but we'll just go with the middle now. System 8 is 33 weeks of testnet. That's true, pretty long. Now Hex was felt, it was over a year for Hex. Was it Hex BDC Hex or Hex BDC? Can't remember now. Buzz, I really do need the toilet. That's funny. In the dark, Kate, but it's light now, so you should be able to get there pretty easy. Target should be 1,000 next. Let's go Discord, absolutely. So Discord here, we're up to 70, so next target is 100, and then we might slowly go up from there. 1,000's a little bit aggressive at this stage, but we'll work it up. We'll work our way up there. As we make it more exciting, more people will go. That's for sure. And Kevin's in there too. I'm not sure what Kevin's got there. What is that, Kevin? We've got some other animals in the house there. Kevin's got, I think they're wolves too. My nephew and his girlfriend just moved out of my place today with their 2 cats. I see. So you're cat free. Big Wolf is in there as well, and he's laughing his head off. That's the way it goes. EJ's in the house. What's up, Hex Nation? Woo! Let's give that a thumbs up. Nice. Actually, I should get in the chat here and do a few things. Turn up anyway. And that's a good point there. So we're going to get a few other stuff here. Cheers. You do good work. Good to see you. Red Squirrels in the house. Nice. And we'll give that a burning fire. Some burning fire there. And that's also good. So we'll do that too. And we'll punch that out. Nice with that. And what else? We've got some good comments in there. Got some ducks. And let's give that Superman on that one. So get in there, folks. Some pretty cool stuff happening there as well. And then these are some of the emojis. We can get 50 emojis, by the way, on this chat. So it's a lot more. If you have any suggestions for emojis, leave them in the chat. We'll definitely put that out. The other cool thing, of course, is that you'll get notifications while you're in the chat there on YouTube shows coming up. Not just Hex Token, but Heinz Crypto at the moment. And, of course, Gen Hex. And so you get some good content there. And, of course, here a lot of content creators. Also, the Twitter as well is going to be updated. So cool. Nice. If you are a Hex Token channel member, of course, hit me up in general Discord because you will be, this is the color you should be if you're Hex Token channel member. I've got premium members, but I'm going to change that to HT members. And then, of course, your general members are in blue. So really, that's just that's a perk for being a Hex Token channel member. In terms of supporting, all you have to do to become that, of course, is hit the join button, and you can become a PulseChain. A PulseChain there. Oh, can't do that because I haven't signed up. But you can become a PulseChain, a Hexkin, or Rich Heart Club, and they're fairly modestly priced, so it's not too bad. Check the price chart channel on Discord. There's a recommendation there. All right, let's do that. Let's jump over to that. Price chart, bam, and let's see where we're going here. For your information, it's best to use the direct pairings when swapping like USDC for Hex and not USD Tether, as one can get wrecked by a front run or sandwich. Here is a real drastic example. Swap 484,000 USD for 444,847 Hex on Uniswap version 2, and then swap 44,800 Hex for 17,000. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, cool. That's quite dramatic. Spends 484,000 US dollars Tether for just 44k. Worth 17,000. All right. Join says it's now. Wow, that's powerful. That's a lot of joins. I am joining too. I'm going to join. All right. Cool VIP, as we say. So don't forget to check out the beginning. We've pretty much talked about the timeline at the beginning of the video. We talked about it's time to spread the word about PulseChain, Hex, and everything, all adoption. We talked about what other people are doing. KSB team is just emerged with their million Pulse tour, which is going to be awesome. They're going to be giving away a ton of Pulse there, so that's going to be good. And of course, we've also talked about the PulseCon. Lots of big things happening. So we've talked about that. And obviously Hex Token channel is expanding too onto Discord, and of course that's 24/7 Hex Token there, so I'll be in there a lot of people will be on there, and if you're in, I think we've got quite a few moderators, but if you're in if you're in Asia or somewhere like that, and you've been in the chat for a while, if we recognize you, we'd be happy for you to become a moderator. We've got a few Australians now, and I think we've got one Kiwi as well as moderators. So hopefully we've got moderators for the Northern Hemisphere and the Southern Hemisphere. Obviously the time just sticks around 24 hours. So cool. Nice. Doesn't that make up a joint, says Kate? Yeah, that's probably almost true there, Kate. I think you might be right about that, love. Yeah. Red Squirrel says, Hex Hodder, I remember that guy on Telegram when that happened, love. Rex. That's just horrible. That's just sad. Ugh. Oh, that is upsetting. That is very upsetting. Oh my gosh, that's upsetting. All right. Well. That is upsetting. Wow. They wouldn't have checked either, right? They wouldn't have checked. I guess they just wouldn't have checked and just would have clicked the button, not thinking. Man, oh man, $500,000. Far out. That's crazy stuff. All right. Anyway, we'll try and be on a more positive upbeat there. 12.28 cents at the moment. I can't say upbeat and then the price is on the red candles. But we'll just have to be patient with the Hex price and patient with the Hedron. And of course, this is an accumulation zone regardless, right? Because Hex has already had a massive pullback. So if we look at the candle there, oh, the cat's come back. Can you believe it? Cat's come back. This cat is honestly a diva cat. This cat is a diva cat. But it's probably going to be dinner time after I finish anyway. It's currently 5 to 7 p.m. here on Monday, 18th of April in the future. This is a broadcast from the future to most of you. And yeah, it's the weather is fine. The weather is fine. Actually, it's dark outside now, so that's just the way it is. Yeah, we're just zooming around here. What a funny! It's not. This chart's going to look like nothing, right? Can you imagine when Hex is over $1? Here's our dollar line. This the red line here is $1 for Hex. This chart down here will look small, right? This look like nothing. And everyone will, when it's up here, people go, I should have bought Hex when it was down at 12 cents. I should have done it. Oh, but I was worried about the down risk. And then it's up at $1. It's up at $1. That'd be hilarious. That's going to happen, man. It's going to happen. And we'll see that. And in fact, we'll pull up the other Hex chart while we're at it and have a look at our log chart. Where's the Hex log chart? I always lose it. Somewhere around here. Hedron price there. That's not what I'm after. Hex log chart. That's what I'm after. This is the chart all the way back to the beginning of Hex. So welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Also get into Discord there. We've got 70 members now. We're going to head towards 100. That's our first goal. We've just only launched it a few hours ago. So cool. Let's have a look at the Hex price chart. Here we are. This is the whole chart here on log scale. And man, oh man, we're up onto the right here. We're trying to get this arrow. This arrow is pretty accurate, actually. We're trying to get back into the channel. And that's what we're trying to do. End of PulseX here. What have we got there? That's the original PulseX. Obviously, the cat is waiting for dinner. Okay, it's coming. We're not too far away. The cat, 8 minutes away. 8 minutes for your dinner. And yeah, this was our all-time high, 52 cents. Man, oh man. And of course, we get to $1. Let's see if we can zoom that a little bit. $1 here. Let's put that chart on here. I'm going to put that on here. $1 on this log chart. It's about there. And that's where we're trying to get to at this stage. I'll get rid of the arrow. Bam. And that would be $1. Cool. Have we got any text box there? We have. Bam. And we'll open that up. And $1. $1. Might make that big. Make that 28. $1. Bam. All right. That's what we want to get to, folks. $1. And we're going to take that. And of course, we're going to make that orange, actually. Make that orange. Make that orange. And nice. Have we got a bold on there? Should we do a bold? $1. Let's make that big. $1. That's what we're trying to get to. $1. That's what it's going to look like on the log chart there. Not too difficult, eh? Not too difficult to get to $1 from the log chart there. Obviously, if we're going to go higher, then we'll go higher than that. But there we are. $1. All the way to the low here. So we're talking about PulseChain, right? Having dry powder when PulseChain launches. Well, look what happened to Hex when Hex launched and it pulled back here. And that all happened within about a month, right? So that was a month and 3 days or something. And it got the all-time low. That's what we're talking about. maybe in the first 4 to 8 weeks, maybe 4 to 12 weeks, that's when you're going to get your low prices, right? So that's what you want to think about. So if we go here to say, let's go to here, that's 3 months. That was what was higher price here, but that was 54 days. And before it really started taking off, I think it's when the Hex Gold Whale moved. That was April, yeah. So the Hex Gold Whale move, that was 124 days, so 4 months there as well. So this is kind of your period to accumulate volumes on PulseChain, especially with the Richard Hart tokens, because that's what it's designed to pump Pulse, pump PulseX, pump Hex indirectly. And of course, the incentive token will be pretty good too. Will be interesting to see if we get any more gamification around the incentive token. That's going to be fascinating. I think there are a number of options that are there for that, including third-party options for all these tokens. So we'll see how we get on. Now we're up to 72 members. Woo-hoo-hoo! We've got 72, 28 more to 100, and we're going to rock the DNV. And hey, we've got Hex Hodl in there as well. Very, very cool. A professional blockchain Hexpert with custom GUI only costs $4 to make a hex stake. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Nice. Okay, let's jump over to the hex price there, and we're going to get rid of all this overlays, and we're going to go back to the hourly chart there. I'm going to zoom up, bam, and that's what happens when you make $1 as the price target. And we're going to zoom that up, and away we go. All right, cool. So that's cool. That's looking good. Hedron is at 1538, and let's see how far down that is from the top now. We are about 79% down from the top. We have been down 80%, so we're pretty much just skimming on the bottom here at the moment. Thought we were going to make a breakout up here. We're at 76%. We had a higher low, but that's gone now. So now we're just moving sideways at this stage. But this is the a pretty major pullback. Like I said, the lowest we could move back, but well, not the lowest, but maybe it could hit back at 1,000 temporarily. Maybe we'll move sideways or trick out, move out. When we had the higher low, it was more likely that we could actually have a normal move up, but that didn't happen. So we just got to adjust our expectations as the market moves. And of course, Hex is also having the same issue. Maximus is doing pretty well. Did have a little. It was actually at a premium, so you could actually sell it at a premium, buy your Hex back, and then probably go mint some more MAXI tokens. That opportunity is gone. Someone's obviously done that themselves. It was pretty low volume though, so there was only a little room to do that. It wasn't a big deal for big people. There's 630,000 liquidity in there, 2.9 million Hex in the pool, and 2.2 million pool MAXI. Now, I believe this is updated in real time, so otherwise it's really annoying when you look at these numbers and there's a lag because that can really wreck your trade, with the formula, the X times Y equals K formula, that really botches up. These numbers are wrong. Then, if they're not updating properly, then it could really get you in a bad trade. Other than that, not too bad. So no arbitration, no RB chance there with the Hex and the MAXI. And let's look at the MAXI update. We're going to wrap up shortly. Just a couple of minutes ago for 2 hours is up, and we did a half an hour extension, and we got to see the cat, which was important. I love the cat, says Francis. Yeah, the cat's okay. The cat came back, and so sitting down next to me now. Hex Holder says, just use USDC, not USD Tether when buying Hex or ETH. That's right, absolutely 100%. USDC all the way. CowSwap is a good option. Yeah, CowSwap is a good option. I'm going to add that to the favorite. We might cover that on maybe video tomorrow, Red Squirrel. I think that's a really good point. I haven't actually used CowSwap myself, but everyone talks about it favorably. Zov's in the house. Hey, Suitman. Last RHJ stream I watched, he mentioned an airdrop based on stake length. Was that legit, and is it still claimable? Stake length, that is Hedron. Yeah, so that's still claimable. We've been covering that a lot on this channel, all the way from 10x. There's a 100-day launch phase. Every 10 days, the volume bonus goes down 1x every day. So the first 10 days was 10x. The next 10 days is 9x. The next 10 days is 8x, etc. We're now down to 5x, which is still pretty good, right? So 5x bonus on your volume. You pretty much get paid 1 Hedron per B share that you have per day served. As you serve more days through the Hex stake, you get paid more and more and more. But on top of that, there's a launch bonus of 5x at the moment, and that locks it in for the life of the stake. That's pretty powerful. So what you can do is go to Hedron. I'll post the link in the chat there. There is pretty cool videos. Obviously on this channel we've covered it, but also on David Feder is another good channel covering the Hedron. If you've used Staker app, then David Feder also has a dedicated video to Staker app as well, which I do not have. So yeah. 8 a.m. in the morning, says Red Squirrel. 2:59 a.m. in says Zov. And Alex says, woohoo! Yeah, definitely be excited. My transaction was only $4 at the moment. Yes, so the gas fee is super cheap. Now is the time to do your claim as well. So with the app here, all you have to do is claim. You just connect your wallet. You can add the Hedron to your MetaMask as well. You'll get your stake at the bottom here. I'll have to switch it over to PulseChain, but this is on the Ethereum network, by the way. So you do your claim with your Hex stake. So if you did a stake through go.hex.com, this will be the place. You will get some actions and you'll be able to claim the bonus here. So if you've got a native stake, you'll be able to claim the bonus and that will last for the lifetime of the stake. You must make sure that you mint your Hedron before it matures. Otherwise, you lose all your Hedron, which would be a shame. And of course, you can mint the tokens after that. So you can claim and mint. And of course, if you want the tokens to sell them, you can mint them and sell them. Otherwise, you can just hold and speculate as well. So I definitely, get the claim in 5x bonus volume claim. That's pretty awesome. So definitely get that. There's a second bonus, an AMR bonus, but that's probably going to be long off in the future. But some people will be trying to hold off for that. If they've got that patience, they will. So cool. Custom Guay 15 Pro expert. Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much, says Zov. You're welcome. There's the link there. Nodding out, Superman. Catch you tomorrow. Wrench Team 6 is out. Get my back. It's now's in the house. See you later there. It's now. Thanks so much for all you do as well. Big awesome shout out to the former of the moderators. Andreas says 9 a.m. in South Africa. Wow, that's just in the beginning of the day. So cool. Hey, we're going to wrap it up now. It's 2 hours, and hopefully that helps you there with the Hedron. Just trying to be helpful on the way out. Don't forget to get into the chat there. Discord, I will be in there too. While I'm awake, I'll be in there. So definitely check that out. There's going to be lots of cool stuff there. Hey, Hex Hodl, with the charting stuff, it'd be cool to put some of that stuff in the price chart too. We're just got to get that balance right, I guess, as time goes on. Nice. All right, cool. Let us wrap up here. We're going to wrap up. Thanks for watching. If you're a Hex Token channel member, don't forget to smash out the emojis on the way out. That's how we roll here. And yeah, quiet before the storm. Quiet before the storm. Let's just hodl dog until it all happens. Mid-May from the looks of it. Nice. Thanks very much for watching. Let's post out these emojis. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. 10 emojis. Can you believe it? Awesome stuff. All right, take care now. Bye for now. See you in the next one. Peace.